Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? True, if that's your real name. True. Where are the first three rows of your locks? I mean, what's going on in the front of your head? I already want to know who is doing your hair, but what happened? Why are there only, what are three rows? You're missing about three rows in the front of your head. Um, and Ayana, honey, doctors prescribe medication to where you cannot drive after you take the medication. So it's not dumb to get pulled over and get a DUI for driving high. What am I talking about? Love During Lockup, Season 5, Episode 25. Cut the cameras. Recap. Hey, besties. This is Behind the Shade. Let's just get into it because we got to go behind the shade with this one. Come as you come in, hit the like, subscribe button, and respectable comments are welcome. Give me your opinion because I'm giving you mine. And how would you rate the episode? I'm 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 all in. I It was good. It was very good. I was very well stuck to the TV. Still like in the B plus area for me. Okay. So let me know what you think. Okay. So the episode starts off with Teeny. This is Teeny and Rob's story. And I have some questions, and maybe besties, you can help me. What is Rob's secret? I thought it was, um, at first, I thought maybe he had more time and he didn't tell her, which is what happened this season. Excuse me, this episode. Then last week it was like, oh, was it the have lunch with my mom? Was that the secret? Now, is it the tattoo on his arm? Is that the secret? Because it's like every week it's a new secret. And I'm kind of here. I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. Whoever is producing this season, they got it. They got it. They got the right stuff. They got it. Because you guys know Love During Lockup has fallen off, and it has been off for a while. I mean, it's been off for seasons. So they did good. They're doing good. Very well produced. So so Kate and Teeny are still at the cafe trying to have breakfast and talk. Remember, Teeny got up, she about to walk out the door, and Kate is just like, come back, let's talk. Won't you tell me how you feel? Tell me what's going on. Maybe it's something I don't know, and maybe you can get me to get me to change my mind. What? And for Teeny and Robert to be married 4 or 5 years already, it seems like the mother should know how you feel about your spouse. That's why I really think there's a disconnect also between Robert and his mom. It seems like because she seems childish, right? And it seems like they probably bump heads a lot. That's why she don't care about bumping heads with Teeny. Cause she's just, you know what they say, hurt people hurt people. So Teeny turns around and she sits down and I just wish Teeny would have gave Kate set her boundaries with her when she was asking, "Tell me what I need to know." duh, 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 duh. And Teeny says something to the effect, "If you get up and leave here, you don't have to like me." Something she said, and it was kind of like nonchalant, sort of. I just wish she would have said, and she did allude to the fact that you brought up this ex, and I don't, that was disrespectful, and of course, but I wish you would have went more into just asking and telling the lady how this will work. Set your boundaries with this woman. It's clear that Kate is still friends with the ex. And at this point, I'm wondering, is Robert still friends with the ex? Because he in jail laughing on the video. I still got showing us a portrait tattoo of the ex-girlfriend that's still on his arm. Talking about he hasn't gotten it covered up, and he don't know if he just gonna wait till he gets out to tell Teeny. And it's like, well, you got the tattoo done while you were in jail. Why can't you find an artist that know how to do cover up? I mean, cover up something, put a mask over the girl's eyes, make a row of roses around on her lips. I mean, add some, what I mean? Like, add something. Try to, she almost, I don't know, is the girl white? Does she look, I don't know. Someone told me that she looked like a white woman. But anyway, you can't find an artist, no one in prison that knows how to do covers. Maybe that's why he's waiting. I don't know. So it's clear that he still might be friends with her. Um, and so she sits back down, and then they both, talk about how uh, I've had a rough life. And so Tina's like, well, I have too. It still is. You still are. You're still having a rough life. She later on tells us that her daughter's dad is deceased. He passed away when the beautiful little girl was 1. So there's that. So maybe she may be getting a social security check from that situation. Because, honey, I am still trying to figure out how she's a stay-at-home mom when her significant other is in prison. And we find out that the son, his dad is just nowhere to be found. He's not in the picture. They tried to work it out, they couldn't, and that's that. So it does not sound like that dad is paying child support. So Kate is all, well, I could like you, well, I had it rough, and if my son, I'm not asking my kids to give me money, but if they have it, they should help me out. Um, ma'am, help you out. One of your sons is in prison. You should be helping him out. Why are you getting an allowance from your son who is in prison? So was that one of the secrets? Because Teeny tells Rob that she didn't even know that he was giving her an allowance. Is she gonna sit up there at the table and tell her, yeah, I get $100 a week, but I sure would like to get another 75 added on to that. And Tina was like, I got you, I hear you. And I'm like, what? What? So yeah, let's sit on that for a minute. You're the mama, your son is in jail, and he sends you $100 a week from prison. Hmm. And what is another 75 gonna do? Why don't you just ask for another 100 and make it 200 a week? I'm just do he have cameras in his mom's house too? I'm wondering. And what is this business that Rob has? And I believe he's in jail probably behind drugs. I'll have to look at my notes. And besties, if you remember, tell me in the comments. But to me, Tini told us that he has a business with his brother, and she didn't go into the business. So it kind of tells me that the business may be illegal. And yeah, and that's why he has cameras in your house because he runs the show. Because remember, you're a stay-at-home mom. Now, in the event Teeny, just like I'm talking to her like she's listening because she's a bestie too. because we like her. Teeny, Teeny, I'm gonna need you, and I'm not sure you may be, I'm not sure, but I need you to work on your plan B, sweetheart. You need to be working on an entrepreneurial skill. You need to be in college, trade school, something, great job. You need to do something just in case that this plan A doesn't work. Just in case, just in case. Um, because I can see his mother being a problem. I can see that causing a lot of tension within your home, and you might grow sick of this drama, especially if he comes home and ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing or whatever he's promised. Just work on your plan B, honey, because you just might need it. Yeah. So she comes home from the little brunch cafe, coffee, because I didn't really see any food. I saw Tinny spreading something on a piece of bread, maybe some toast or jelly. And I saw a coffee cup in front of the mom. But Tinny comes home, she is mad, livid, pissed. She is upset, disappointed, all those words. And she unplugs all the cameras in the house because she wants a night all to herself. She is unplugging everything and she's pouring her a glass of Stella Rose and she's putting all the devices in a drawer and she leaves out and goes to bed. And so Rob calls the next morning on the phone and he's asking about the Wi-Fi. Like, did you call the phone company to see what's wrong with the Wi-Fi? Because I couldn't get through last night. I mean, Tina is like, I need some of that disconnection sleep. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to toss and turn or go to the bathroom in the middle of the night and come back and hear you talking about where you going, what you doing. He is done. She was done. But when he called, I'm glad she got to it instead of beating around the bush or acting mad and don't want to talk. And then this is an argument. I'm glad she was able to just, talk. So she brings up the ex and he's like, oh, moms, it didn't work out. So he's acting like he ain't talked to his mama. And he probably haven't because I think there's a disconnect between him and his mom. But something tells me that she probably called him after she left with Teeny. So he said something to the fact of if that's what you tell him, if that's really what happened yesterday, then I'm gonna apologize on her behalf. And Tina was like, I'm glad she caught that. What do you mean? That is what happened, you know? And so it gets to that. So then he goes ahead and hits her with the idea that he believes that it was best for them. He had met up with his advisor, and his advisor said if he gets out now, that he would be on parole and, he would have to do P tests and check in and have curfews. And I'm not sure he would have an ankle monitor, but, he would be limited to his freedom. And Teeny is upset. She's disappointed because I think it's the girl's birthday coming up and she really wanted him to be there. And then she's like, he said he's gonna. Oh, so the thing is, he said he'd rather stay in jail 2 more months, and when he gets out, then he'll be totally free, no parole, no probation, no nothing. And she's upset because of the plans that she had. So he says, "Well, we talked about traveling and doing this and doing that, and I wouldn't be able to do it if I came home now." And to me, it makes sense. And what I do know about prison is they don't make this easy for the family, and they like to do stuff to probably, like, disrupt the family structure, especially if they see this girl come up there thinking they're happy and this got the kids got the perfect little thing. They have their see, they might wanna just, throw a little something in there just to, you know, make the hardship harder. But on the flip side, so what she says is, "No, I have to back up there 8 more times with the kids. I'm looking at her like, "No, you don't. No, you don't." That 2 months is gonna go by so fast. Let Rob call in, let him talk to him on the phone. When you go to the grocery store, go pick up the kids, talk to him. In those 2 months, Teenie, you could be going to the store, picking up his toiletries, underwear, some clothes, some shoes. You could be, rearranging stuff and buying stuff and setting up and getting ready. There's things you could be doing in 2 months. I mean, hey, you're married, plan your honeymoon. That'll keep you occupied for 2 months. Plan a photo shoot, get you a wedding dress. Yeah, get dressed up, rent him a suit, and go take wedding pictures. There's a lot you can be doing in these 2 months. You don't have to run up there every weekend. You don't have to. Do every other week. Do once a month. But you can tell he takes care of her. That's why she has to run up there, right? So, yeah. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I would go every other week and work on getting everything arranged. You might wanna get new sheets and more dishes and, you know, groceries, and maybe you might need another deep freezer because when a man come home, he gonna eat. He gonna eat. So, there's other things you can be doing. Work on, plan the baby's birthday party and plan your honeymoon. Hello? So, she's disappointed, and so we move on to the next. Who do y'all wanna talk about next? Let's talk about the new couple. Okay, we got Rick, who's 58, and Samantha, she's 56. They went to high school together, and they reconnected after 30 plus years. So they're in Gilbert, Arizona. And Rick was, married, so he got divorced, and he decided to look her name up. He wanted to look for her, and so he saw her online that she was on a prison pen pal account, and he wanted to know what happened with his nosy self. So he sends her a packet, a letter, pictures, and all that stuff, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's so cute. That's cute." I want so she's in there. She struggles with alcohol, and I think she's in there with some felony DUI, and I'm like, "How many DUIs do you have to get for it to be a felony?" I know it's nothing light, but did you kill anybody? I guess not, but oh my. And he struggles with alcohol too. He was, saying that he's like 2.5 years clean. They both struggle with alcohol, so he is out shopping for his reunion with his 2 nieces because he doesn't have children, and I was like, "What reunion?" But then he said it was 58, and most of us graduated from high school at 18, if your birthday was before June, June or before. So I'm assuming he's headed to his 40th year high school class reunion, and the nieces are taking him out shopping. And one of the nieces, her name was Veronica, she is a correctional officer. So, Samantha calls while they're shopping, they say hi, they introduce them he introduces them, they say hi and hey, and she's all they're just going back and forth for a while, and so when she gets off before she got off the phone, she must have asked about some money, honey, because he said, "Oh, yeah, I got that money on that trust ac." Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he gets off the phone, and them nieces is right there like, say, "What now? You got what? Where now? What account? Account? Trust? You putting money in the books? How much you put on that?" And he told them none of your business. He was like, "None of your business." And, excuse you. So Veronica was telling him, "Oh, wait a minute. I don't want you. Is this serious?" And he like, "Yeah, because if she gets out, I'm gonna marry her." And they're like, "Whoa, boom, boom, boom." Whoa, Pop. Whoa, not Pops, but whoa, up. So Veronica's telling us, like, hey, them prison folks, they be running gangs. They have spouses too, and they be writing to other people. They get mail from other people because her job is what? She reads the mail. You're like, wait, what? Now, my wonder was, does she work at the same prison that Samantha's at? That would be interesting. Probably not, but that would be interesting. But Rick suffers from alcohol too, and that's not good. And that's pretty much how we were introduced to Rick and Samantha. It was pretty quick, and we'll move on. Now let's see, who should we move on to? Let's go to Joey and Mike. Oh, Joey. Poor Joey. Okay. So Mike calls Joey on the video, and he's telling him there's 6 people in the dorm room fighting. And I'm calling it a dorm because that's what it looks like. He's not, well, it might, let's just call it in the room. He's in the room where he talks to Joey, and he's saying that there's 6 people fighting, blah, 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 blah. We didn't hear no fighting in the background, did y'all? And even like there's always some people behind him. They weren't even reacting to a fight, and maybe they don't react to the fight because they're so excited to get to the telephones. But it just seems like to me, if you're in prison and there's a fight going on, it just seems like to me that the guards will shut down everything until they can contain the fight. Because if there's 6 people fighting, it didn't start off with 6, did it? Did it start off with 2 and then 3 and then 4? And like, I just seems like you would shut everything down. Phones, videos, lights, put everybody back in their cell. It contained the fight. That just seems what happens in jail. So anyway, uh, Joey talks about the call. They're discussing the call with the family that they had last week, and this seems like to be the next day, when they're talking. And so, Mike is like, "Yeah, that was pretty much. I had the whole game. Pretty weird way to meet him, but yeah, it was good to see him." And so Joey's like, "Yeah, we had major conversation after we got off the phone with you." And so he was like, he brought up his relapse. So Mike was like, "Why did you tell him that? Oh my God, they're gonna think that I'm bad for you, and they're not gonna like me." And so Joey tells Mike, "Well, my sister brought it up. My old snitching sister brought it up." Okay, so then Mike starts coughing and says he got sprayed with pepper spray, so he gotta go. And I'm just like, I didn't see no spray in the camera. I didn't see no fog, a little fog of smoke coming towards you. I didn't see any residue. I didn't have to either, but I don't know. Mike seems like a liar, and we know that he is, right? So he gets off the video call, then he calls him back on the telephone. And I'm still in my mind, like, if there is a fight going on in jail, it seems like you would quarantine the whole room to get it contained. You can't get it contained, so now you're pepper spraying everybody. That's the one reason to get everybody that's not involved, get them back to their cells safely, so that they not all catching the pepper spray. But I digress. So he calls him back on the phone, and so Joey, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I'm wondering if Joey is having a like trying to figure out, is this what he want to do? He seems like he is in love, but it does seem like he's kind of on the fence or getting to the fence, which I really hope he does because I don't think they would be good for each other. And um, the way this is going, I don't think Mike is good for Joey. Joey is easily triggered. And Mike, remember, Mike told us last week he don't mind being in jail. And at this point, I think the only way Joey is gonna be able to be with Mike is he gonna have to commit a crime, get arrested, and go to prison, go to prison with Mike. I think that's the only way they're gonna be really together. I don't think they're gonna be good together out on the streets. I think Joey gonna have to say F it, and he gonna have to commit a crime and go in there and be locked up with Mike in order to be with Mike. So he's asking Michael, "When you getting out? What's going on with your case?" Because I think the fence is coming. So he's trying to run game, giving him this long, dry answer. Oh, I gotta do the pre-board. That's in 3 months. And then they'll get me ready for the parole board. And with the pre-board, if I don't have any more charges, then I can go to the parole board. And I was waiting for him to say, and I don't have any more charges, so I should be able to go to the parole board. He didn't say that. He didn't say that at all. Because remember, Mike doesn't mind being in jail. He don't mind, not one bit. And then in 6 months, he'll get to go to the parole board and they'll decide if he's done enough time, if he's learned his lesson, if he's doing right in prison, and they'll decide if he should be released. And so Joey is like, okay, okay, what is the worst? I hate this to ask, but what is the worst case scenario? Are we talking 6 months? Are we talking a year? And then Mike says in his confessional that he hasn't even told Joey that he has 6 more years to do. Now, did you notice that Mike looked a little different in this confessional? I'm not sure how they edited that part in, where he had the mustache with the different haircut, and it was giving definitely someone else. Can't say it, I don't think. Yeah, I can say it, but he gave a different look, and it was really just off-putting. Um, yeah, so that's that with them. I don't know, Joey. I'm ready to get out this relationship, and you are. Moving on. Let's go. Let's go to Shanta or Shantae and True. Now, Shanta is what I see on my TV screen. If it's Shantae, and I would like to know where is the other vowel? We are missing a Y, an I, and or an E. And I'm gonna need. I don't know if did we misspell her name? Love after lockup. Are they misspelling her name? Will they correct it later? Or we need her to tell us what why is her name spelled like that? Because it is Shanta. So I may call her Shantae sometimes, and I may call her Shanta because that's where we are right now. So True, where is he at? Is he really in jail? Because he got producers coming inside. Yeah, so is he in some low level prison? Is he like in a halfway house? I don't know, but he's in this beautiful, clean kitchen. Does not give me prison vibes at all. I mean, wouldn't you expect like old and crusty and gloomy? And I mean, this place is perfect. He does his culinary classes. He showed us his textbook, flipping through the pages. He goes to school Monday through Thursday, and he is in the kitchen cooking an omelet. He told us he's in there. He's cooked. He's made squid before, dishes with squid. He's never had squid before. He is in there making an artificial crab omelet. And I'm like, when did they get crab? Where they get he got all kind of seasonings, and I'm just like, okay, okay. So he really got his game together with the cooking skills. He really got his skills together, and he really wants this restaurant. So Shantae, well, I'm gonna try. Shantae reaches out to a restaurateur, a lady who has an African restaurant. She goes to sit and talk with her about business, and she's telling us how she's kind of strapped with her money, and she's thinking about taking out $100,000 loan when True gets out. Because doesn't True have like a little less than a month? She wants to take out this $100 loan because she wants to open up a restaurant. And so he calls. So the lady walks her into the kitchen and shows her the dishes, all the unique African, I think it was Nigerian dishes, telling her what they are and all that. Everything is cooking and boiling and looking good. And if you notice, it was a Mexican in the background. And he looking like, "What is y'all doing in here?" He back there looking. And so True calls when she's sitting down with the lady, and Shantae gives her the phone because he want to talk to her. Hey, yeah, when I get out, I want to go get up at the restaurant. I saw my girl there, and we just want to know. So, how long did it take for you to make money? What? So she's like, honestly, it took about 2 years to turn a profit. Oh no, oh no. I need to about 6 months. I can't go that long. It got to be about 6 months. And he just talking, and she's smiling while she's on the phone. But did you see her face when she gave Shantae that phone back? She looked to the side like, what the F? So she tells Shantae, you don't go into business with anyone else. Open it on your own because people change their mind. They'll leave you high and dry, and they'll be on to the next while you're stuck. And this is true. When you need a partner to open up a business, normally your partner should have money, right? So in True's case, he's doing the right thing. His partner, Shantae with no IE or Y, is the money for him. But a girl is telling our friend, our bestie, Shantae, don't open up no business with him, girl. That boy is getting out of prison. That's too much too soon, too fast. Don't do it. And Shantae always got that look. Same look when her niece was like, "What you doing? You don't even know him." She got that same low self-esteem look. And I hate that for her. Now, speaking of her look, I've been sitting here like, Shantae, what are you gonna do? Because you don't look nothing like them pictures you didn't set True. And how you are, what you're doing, I just want to help her out so bad. So I'm gonna talk to her real quick, besties, as if she's listening. Because Shantae, hi, behind the shade, I would like to help you with your look. I don't think those faux locks are good for you. I see a lot of scalp. They're too long, and it may, if I'm correct, it looks like you may have fine hair. It looks like you have fine hair. Those braids, those faux locks are not good for you. They are too long. Please take them out and get another braided style or a wig or whatever. Secondly, in her confessions, I'm still talking to her. Secondly, Shantae, in your confessions, your eyebrows are just, I don't know, they're wet and big and thick. Oh, no, no. So don't do that anymore, okay? Your eyebrows in person look much better. Don't try to fill them in or learn how to etch them on or get the nano or the micro, what do they call that the girls are doing? Anyway, get no, don't draw them on. Okay, that's another thing. The third thing, you got little small eyes and your face is kind of full. Your glasses are too small. You need a wider frame fit for your face, and you will be fine. Because you cute, you're just not wearing it right. So those are the 3 things that I've critiqued about you. I want you to get a different hairstyle. I want you to stop messing with your eyebrows in the confessional look. Don't ever do that again. And I want you to get some different eyeglasses. Okay, back to the review, the recap. So we see Shantae at work because I remember I wanted to know what restaurant does she work at because she's a manager and she making good money because homegirl got 2 mortgages that she's paying and she has 2 kids and she picked up and moved to a different state to be with closer to this guy. And then we find out with her stepbrother Fred that she was saving money for the restaurant. Now, I do know allegedly he stole $5,000, or let's just say $5,000 is missing from the safe. But I think I heard that she had saved up some money, more money than that. But I'm just like, where does this girl work? So we see, a video. She is in a fast food restaurant talking about French fries. She's sitting there with the box. The box got stripes on it. There's fries inside the box. She giving orders just like they do at the fast food restaurant. I don't know if it's Popeyes. I don't know. I don't know. I live in California. Wherever she works, we probably don't even have that restaurant here. But I'm like, wait a minute, what? Ma'am, you can't does let me ask Bessie, let me ask you, does a fast food chain qualify you to be called a restaurant manager? I know you're in the field of food, but it's fast food. Uh, wow. So, old girl goes to a coffee shop to meet up with Fred. Now, I'm not sure if she went back home to her home state or did he come to her new home. I'm pretty sure maybe she went there. He comes in, got a suit on, couple of rings, long fingernails, and he's walking on a cane. Said his boss something fell on his boss ate something fall on his foot, and he probably got a boot on, but he has walking with a cane. Uh, and we find out he's been in and out of jail all her life. And she said robbery, theft, and addiction. He tells her he did not steal her money. Why would he take her money? He want her to succeed. And he talking all that talk like he has been in jail. She says it was him and her kids in the house with that safe. He says, "You never told me where the safe was, but you told me you had one." Well, dummy, you knew it was in the house. What do you mean? She was supposed to. You went and looked for it. You went and looked for it, and you found it, and then you figured out how to get in the safe because you are a robber and you are a thief and you have an addiction. Yeah, maybe you don't remember, but I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. You stole that girl's money, bruh. Come on. The kids stole it. What did they do with the money? Uh-huh. Fred, what they do with the money? You've been in and out of jail all your life. Theft, robbery, and addiction. Hmm. Sound guilty to me. Did true cause 'cause they met in prison, they did jail time together, I think he said they did 6 months together, and so he gonna tell Shantae, "Oh, you hooking up with him and you gonna marry him, he gonna be my brother. Well, there's some stuff about him you don't know, so you should be careful." And she like, what are you talking about? Be careful. You the one hooked us up. And he was like, yeah, but I just didn't know it was gonna go this far because you smart. What? I mean, he said something like that. Like, I didn't think he was gonna make it that far because you be on your stuff. And yeah. Well, why did you hook us up? And what is it that you need to tell me, bruh? So this is gonna be pretty good. But Shantae, you can tell she's been abused. She's been used by men. We know she has two kids so far. We don't know if it's same dad or two different dads. But for you to just be gun ho to kick it with a guy in prison, and you have given him $30,000 already, you're buying love. You want love so desperately. You are buying love. And these guys are here just for that. They're gonna sell you paradise. They're gonna sell you the dream. They are the official love storytellers, and it's just, it's just this is what they're looking for. This is what they need. It's just the low self-esteem of it all. Like, this is what you want. Shantae, did you know that True is missing three rows of lumps in front of his head? Oh no. Did you know that? You see how in shape that guy is. Girl, you better be careful. That man is big and strong. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know how did we get here. So anyway, True calls and she like, you know, this is, she tells him she with Fred. It's like, oh, what's up, buddy? You gonna give her money back? No, he did not. Chill. He has True got no chill. And you hear how he went in about that money? Because that's his money. He's so comfortable asking about that money, honey, because that's his money. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Shantae's money, honey. That was True's money. Oh no, but I'm just telling I don't know you gonna ever trust me, but I didn't take it, and but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have something for you. Uh, I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but it's gonna be a little something. And Chad, if y'all see when he was talking earlier, he cocked his head over, and girl, you can see at the top on the right hand side of our TV screen, he got a whole bunch of teeth over there taking a group picture. It's a cluster of teeth over there at the top. Oh, Fred just looked crusty. He looked like he needs to be ran through a car wash, honey. The suit and all that, the nails, little funky rings. And I wish Shantae, no I, no I, no E, would have said, well, give me the rings on your finger. That's a start. Give me them rings. So that's her story. So let's finish up with none other than Ayana and Jamal. Because, baby, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Ayana. First of all, they show us a picture of Jamal and the ex-girlfriend. They blurred her face, of course. But baby had a baggy little body. Her form, her shape is smaller than Ayana's, and Ayana got a nice body. But oh girl was babe, she was cute, petite, very cute. I wonder what happened. Oh, Ayana. Okay, so Ayana, Lexi comes over to pick Ayana up because she's going to visit her mom. And she got to drop the daughter off, and she has a phone call with Jamal, and she's trying to get over there. And I believe the mom is 2 hours away. And so Jamal calls while they're in the car, the little cute baby. Ayana loves her daughter. No, no, she's so kissable. So she's in the back seat. We see that she's back there. She's up. Then she's sweet. Then she's up. You know, baby. Them car rides, put them down. So Jamal calls and Lexi is like, I got questions. And so she's like, Ayana done had a couple relationships, and that was supposed to be the one, and it wasn't. So I just want to make sure that you know that you gonna be true because you guys haven't been together on the out, in the free world. This is just all over the phone. Because remember, Ayana has not seen him in jail. But remember, they do know each other because they show us plenty of pictures of them together in the car and all this. And I'm like, oh, you ain't been driving in a while. Because was Jamal driving the car in those pictures? Because we find out that Ayana is on her second DUI. Oh my goodness, the mother tells us that. So he like, oh no, I'm gonna take care. That's my boo and everything. And she like, oh, he love me and I love him. And it's like, oh my God, just stop with the L word already. Let him get out, girl. So Lexi is like, Ayana is Delulu. And I couldn't agree. But Lexi, who you with? Because people always want to talk about other people's business. The birds of a feather. So who you with, Lexi? Let's and you're right, but we just kind of want to know what your background is. I just want to know because you got the braids with the kissy curls in the front. They said you was on Jocelyn Cabaret before and all this. So who you with? Uh-huh. Tell us down in the comments, Lexi. Who you with? So we get to the mom's house and she comes out and greets her, and the son is outside, and she's still on the phone with Jamal. Now, goodness gracious, girl. When you greet your son, can your son have your time? He already don't live with you. The son lives with the mother, her mother, his grandmother, because Ayala tells us she had him when she was 17 and she suffered from postpartum and she was depressed and all this stuff. So the mother took him and then they decided that that was a better fit for him. Well, yeah, yeah, because you went and got on the stripper pole. You can't do it with him. You shouldn't do it with the little girl. You're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do, Ayana, because that little baby is 2 years old. She's putting two and two together. By a year, I think she's gonna know exactly what's going on. And you may need to set a better example for her because she might, I don't know, she might need to go stay with your mother also. So, and maybe that's your plan. Maybe that is your plan. You go to jail, leave your daughter over there, homeboy coming home. Okay. So the son lives with the mom, and she's on the phone with old boy. She puts her son on the phone with Jamal. Hey son, hey big boy. It's like, why are you doing that? Her son is looking at him like, I like, don't do that, Ayana. You're already a terrible mind. So she goes in, say hi to her mom. She goes straight upstairs to the bathroom to finish talking to him. She puts the phone on the back of the toilet and she's bent over. And it looked like he's in a hallway. And I think he had his neck. I think maybe he had pulled his thing out or whatever. And she was like, wait, put it up. And it was like, ugh. She's like, yeah, we know that the jails, we know that they are recording everything, and this is not, we're breaking the law, we're breaking the rules. They record everything. And I'm like, they did not even cut your call off or nothing, because they will do that. So she's showing him, so she dancing for him, bending over, showing her butt. You want to hear it? Then she making her cheeks clap. Clap, 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 clap. And the bathroom door is wide open, and your mother and your two kids are downstairs. Goodness, girl. And her mom looks so good for her age. Her mom looks really good. They look like they could be friends. And so she's all Now remember, she was talking to him because she got to go to court the next day. Remember, the judge changed the date. She got to. No, I think she's going to court that. No, she's going to court the same day. She was at the mom, and then they're going to take her. Then she'll have to do jail time the next day. So moms is like, you need to get your stuff together. You need to get your stuff together. Ayana is so combative. Her mom was like, "No, you're not. You don't take accountability. This is your second DUI." And Ayana's telling her that she's supposed to be there for her and take care of her daughter for her. She's going to jail. That's what you're supposed to do. And the mom is like, check this out, homegirl. I had two kids when I was young also. And Ayana like, and you did good, girl. You did good. I was like, what? You did good, girl. And she's like, yes, because I went and got a job and I handled my business. And she's like, you come and bringing this girl over here. I might have to take off to watch her. I got a job. I got bills. I got a life. Because if Ayana's 27, her mother is not 50. Her mother is not 50. Her mother might be mid 40s, 44, 45 at the most. And she's just like, you need to get it together. And she's like, I do. That's why when my man come home, he gonna take care of me. And it's like, oh my goodness, girl, you got two kids. You ain't learned nothing by now. But at the same time, mom, do you know that your daughter stole him from her best? You have to know that. You have to know that. I'm sure that video went viral. And then she's young, so she's tapped in and she's disappointed. And it's just bad because Ayana just has no accountability skills. Uh, it's clear there's no father in her life. She had to grow up tough, rough, and fast. It's clear she's fast. She's already stripping 3 years past the time she wanted to stop. But Ayana, are you doing anything else? How are you gonna get off the pole? You make great money. You sitting there funding this man in jail. Uh, you know, your friend is a stripper too. She driving around in a Mercedes truck, so I'm sure you know how to spend money because you have it also. And how are you gonna? What are you gonna do? Did you sit here and said that getting pulled over in a DUI for driving high is the dumbest charge in America? And you are right because you are the dummy who got the charge. So Ayana, I agree. That is the dumbest charge to get because you are the dummy that got it. You can't drive drunk. You can't drive high. You can't drive highly medicated. What is wrong with you? She feels like they should have pulled her over and gave her a ticket. And then this is your second one, and you're still not being accountable for it. When does it end, Ayana? You're 27 years old. These kids, I tell you. Oh, let's go back, run it back. Let's go back to Teeny. Remember, she was disappointed and she's sitting there doing her little poetic justice moment. And I really liked it. It was cute. And she was just saying how she's just like, this man didn't tell me he gives his mom allowance. He didn't tell me that he decided to stay 2 more months. And she was saying, you run off of lust more than love. And love is grown. And you forget to plant the seeds when you're physically involved. And she thought that her and Rob were good with the seeds that they planted, meaning like communication. I think she just has the communication skills. That's the only way. I think that's the problem she has with Rob is the communication skill. And she's like, you get involved in the physical and you forget to water your seeds and you forget to give it sunlight. And she's like, she thought this would be different because they didn't have the physical. And I'm trying to understand why they do conjugal visits because he's not in there for murder and they're married. All these girls got different rules because they should be able to get conjugal visits, I'm thinking. But I don't know how Oklahoma does it. Anyhow, I forgot to mention that part. I just kind of like, oh, I remember. So yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at Ayana like, oh boy. Then she's talking about she is addicted to sex and she's letting him call her a slut. And she like, oh, I'm here forever, HOE. And I'm like, huh? It's like, take me out the group chat. This is too much. Let's get out the bathroom. That was too much, but it was good for TV. But it's like they getting too into it. Like it's time for us to go because they need to get themselves off. At this point, they ready to bust. So anyway, that is the recap. That's I think we've covered everybody. That is my recap. Love for a lockup. We did not see Andrew and Candace this week. So I guess I guess they're having sex because she should be out. Maybe the next time we see them, she should be out. Because when he drove out to Vegas from Jersey, she was getting out the next day. So that's all I got. Please drop your comments, your reviews, your opinions on the show. Respect each other, respect my opinion, and let me know what you rate this episode. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, besties.